Assalamu alaikum. Today we're sharing the life story of Prophet Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam. He was a prophet to whom Allah granted a kind of kingdom no one else has ever had. He wasn't just a leader over people. Allah placed animals, birds, and even jinn under his command, and he was given the ability to understand their speech. He could ride the wind by Allah's permission and travel great distances in moments. If you enjoy Prophet stories, make sure you subscribe. Now let's begin the real-life story of Prophet Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam. Allah mentions Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, in several places in the Quran. He was the son of Prophet Dawood, Alayhis Salaam, and Allah granted prophethood to both father and son. Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, made a special supplication. O Allah, grant me a kingdom that will not belong to anyone after me. Allah accepted this dua. The winds carried him gently wherever he wished, turning months of travel into minutes. Allah also placed the jinn under his authority. By his command, they built towering structures, dove into the seas to bring out pearls and gemstones, and carried out tasks beyond ordinary human ability. Those who disobeyed or caused mischief were chained and imprisoned. Among his unique gifts was the ability to comprehend the language of animals and birds. One day, as described in Surah An-Naml, the armies of Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, comprising jinn, humans, and birds, were assembled and marched until they reached a valley of ants. There, an ant exclaimed to the others to enter their homes, lest they be crushed unknowingly by Sulaiman and his hosts. Allah let Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, hear this small ant's words. He smiled with gratitude and said, "My Lord, enable me to be grateful for your favor, which you have bestowed upon me and upon my parents, and to do righteous deeds that you are pleased with, and admit me by your mercy among your righteous servants." He was constantly thankful, constantly turning to Allah. Allah also granted him remarkable wisdom in judgment. There's the well-known case brought first to Dawood, Alayhis Salaam, by two women. Each had a child, and a wolf had taken one baby. The elder woman, being crafty, claimed the surviving infant as hers. Seeing the child in her arms, Dawood, Alayhis Salaam, ruled in her favor.
"He is my son, my lord. She stole him from me."
"That is a lie. I am his mother. Please give him back to me."
With permission to review the case, Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, asked for the child, drew his sword, and declared, "I will divide the child, so both of you receive an equal share."
"He is my son, I swear it. She stole him from me."
"Please, I beg you, do not harm him."
The elder woman was silent, but the younger, overcome with a mother's love, cried out, "Please, let the child live. Give the baby to her." At once, Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, said, "You are the mother," and returned the child to the one whose heart could not bear the thought of harm. Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, kept close track of the birds in his command. On one inspection, he noticed the hoopoe, Hudhud, was missing, and said he would punish it unless it returned with a valid reason. Soon, the hoopoe arrived with news. It had discovered a people in Saba whose ruler was a woman, blessed with many worldly gifts, possessing a magnificent throne. Yet she and her people worshipped the sun instead of Allah. The hoopoe was gifted at detecting underground water sources, and Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, would use that knowledge to draw out water through the work of the jinn. Hearing the report, he said they would verify it immediately. and he sent a letter with the hoopoe. Deliver it and watch what they reply. The letter reached the Queen Bilqis. She addressed her chiefs. A noble letter has been cast to me from Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, beginning with the words of mercy. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. It commanded, do not be arrogant. Come to me in submission. She sought counsel. Advise me in this matter. I do not decide without your input. They replied that they were strong and mighty in war, but the decision was hers. The Queen said, when kings enter a land, they ruin it and humiliate the honorable. She chose diplomacy first and sent generous gifts, not to lose lives or provoke war, but to test what kind of ruler Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, truly was. When the envoys arrived with treasures, Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, was displeased. He said in effect, do you try to help me with wealth? Allah has given me far better than what you have. Return with your gifts. If they resist, we will come with forces they cannot withstand, and drive them out in humiliation. The messengers, awed and alarmed, carried this response back. Realizing the power and nobility of Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, the Queen sent word that she was ready to accept Islam and come herself. Before her arrival, Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, addressed his assembly. Who will bring me her throne before she comes to me in submission? A powerful Jinn said he could bring it before Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, adjourned. A man with knowledge of the book said, I will bring it to you before your glance returns to you. And instantly the throne was set before Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam. He said, this is a favor from my Lord, to test whether I am grateful or ungrateful. Whoever is grateful, it is for his own benefit. And whoever is ungrateful, my Lord is self-sufficient, most generous. He then ordered the throne to be subtly altered, gems rearranged, design shifted, so its appearance would be familiar, yet not identical. When the Queen arrived, she was asked, is your throne like this? She neither affirmed outright nor denied. It seemed like hers, yet it had been changed. Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, then guided her to a wondrous palace he had prepared, not to boast, but to show her a sign. The structure was of crystal and glass. The floor was transparent, with flowing water underneath. As she approached, she lifted her garments, thinking she'd step into a stream, only to find solid crystal. It humbled and astonished her. Seeing the truth and the signs, she said, my Lord, I have wronged myself. I submit with Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, to Allah, the Lord of all worlds. By Allah's mercy, her people followed her into faith. Among the greatest works associated with Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, is the rebuilding of Masjid al-Aqsa. The first to establish it was Yaqub, Alayhis Salaam. Later, when Bukht Nasr seized the land, al-Aqsa was destroyed. When Allah granted Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, his kingdom, he began its reconstruction and raised what came to be known as the Temple of Sulaiman, near al-Masjid al-Aqsa. The children of Israel hold it in reverence to this day. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, taught us about the virtues of the three sacred mosques. One prayer in al-Masjid al-Haram equals 100,000 prayers. In al-Masjid al-Nabawi, 1,000. And in al-Masjid al-Aqsa, 500. He, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, also told us that when Sulaiman, alayhis salam, completed Bayt al-Maqdis, he asked Allah for three things. Two were granted. For the third, we have hope. He asked, First, for a judgment that mirrors Allah's justice, overflowing with fairness and free from oppression, and Allah granted it. Second, he asked for a kingdom not befitting anyone after him, and this too was granted. Third, he asked that whoever comes to Masjid al-Aqsa purely to pray may leave cleansed of sins as on the day of birth, and we hope this is for our ummah. Despite his extraordinary power and blessings, Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, was human, and every soul must taste death. In his time, people were fascinated with the Jinn and widespread sorcery. Some imagined the Jinn had knowledge of the unseen. Allah willed that Sulaiman's passing would become a clear sign that the Jinn know nothing of the unseen. One day, he set the Jinn to hard labor before him. They feared him for his firmness and discipline, so they worked relentlessly while he stood overseeing them. He leaned upon his staff, resting his hands atop it and his head upon his hands, still watching. In that very state, Allah took his soul. His blessed eyes remained open, and he stood motionless, the Jinn assuming he lived, and watched them. Time passed. A successor realized Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, had returned to Allah, yet he did not reveal it to the Jinn. They toiled on, confused by the unbroken stillness of their master. Termites began to eat through the staff from within, hollowing it, until, by Allah's decree, it snapped. Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, fell to the ground, and only then did the Jinn realize he had passed long before. If they had known the unseen, they would not have labored under such humiliation. Through this, Allah taught people that the Jinn are merely creation, powerful in some ways, but never above Allah, never possessing knowledge of the unseen. From the life of Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, we learn enduring lessons. None deserves worship except Allah. Whoever bows to anything besides him only finds disgrace. We learn to keep our hearts in gratitude and our hands raised in supplication. Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam, asked boldly for a kingdom unlike any other, and Allah granted it. What we think is possible or impossible is often just the fence line of our own minds. That was the beautiful account of Prophet Sulaiman, Alayhis Salaam. Which prophet's story should we cover next? Share in the comments, and if you're enjoying this prophet series, don't forget to subscribe.